Peace to the family. I don't even want to get into the subject. I wanted to speak about Juneteenth, but you know, just because of a lot of us go back and forth arguing on the history of it, it really was a Texas thing, and that's a subject in itself how it was thrown on us. But we want to make sure that we really, as a people, come together at a time like this to share our opinions. I don't care if we don't get along or not. We don't agree on things. Speak on what we need to speak on at this day of time, because we continue to have it where we goddamn me have our families that are about to be put up in a situation that can really lose a lot of their lives. And this is from someone who carries on the torchlight of those who before us, from my family and those many men that and many women who fought against the system when it comes to tyranny. Now I say that to say this, to skip over and forget how go into details, because I want to get to the end subject more, because I know how short that we are when it comes to attention. So our people been proven to be like we proved to fight. Or when you see a face like Africa, you think of, or you say Nigerian, you think of a certain face. You think of a certain people, a certain look. You think of Chinese, you think of a certain face. So when you think of American, you have to understand that the American is damn near, it is identical to the African look. Meaning you got different tribes, but they are melanated tribes. That's the indigenous. Our families were indigenous, not no slave story they made up bringing us here. Not none of the Juneteenth in the way that you think that because our people have been reclassified with words. This is a way to take the land from us. So I say that to say, at this day and time, when you see the president who is, anytime I see any president, this from Obama to anybody, when they bow down and kiss the feet of Israel, I kick them right down in the backside. I kick them right in their ass. Because, especially for us, here it is, let's just say, Trump, whatever, I don't know what's going on. They saying he said something about Juneteenth. Like, he dismissing, he don't want to hear all that, this and that. Okay, and we don't want to hear all that shit you talking about with Israel. So people talk about we getting ready for war. We not. Not the indigenous black Americans. No, we not. Shoot, if he got a problem and whoever else, they go fight. Quit trying to send our children to go fight. That's not what we signed up to support. Our people, fight for our people. That's what our children get in the army for. That's what our fathers and all this, from all the way back to the Buffalo Soldiers. Our people fight to keep the union and the safety and the peace and stop the bloodshed of our people. That's what this shit was set up for when it's talk about we the people. When you reword and redefine and reclassify people to take us from Indian or indigenous to Negro, and then take us to colored and freedmen and all these other mislabels and then misnomers, which is African American, with Jesse Jackson starting all that. We understand the research. We understand what the problem was. And we in a day of time where I'm saying it is hypocritical for you as a people or government to ask a people that you have taxation without true representation. You are taxing our people, using our money, taking it and giving it to people that don't like us, and gave them a stolen land. They came as refugees. That's like them coming over here and making them refugees in our land. And then you do that the same number. And then as years go by, you are making it where they can drop bombs on us. That's like they made took over and you gave them refugees in the middle of America, in Oklahoma. And from there, you let them bomb us in Texas and bomb over here and bomb over there and bomb there and killing our people. Are we supposed to support that? As Black indigenous Americans, We do not support this shit. We do not want our children going to the war and fighting in any way. I hate when people, oh, Iran don't even want to see us. Nobody want to see us. Hey, who is us? That's what I'm saying. We not supporting that. We don't support the bloodshed of those people. We don't support the bloodshed of the Palestinian people. They dropping bombs on goddamn churches and schools and stuff. They killing kids. An illegitimate state of people that's not supposed to be there. Know the real history. Israel never existed. They just made that shit in the 40s. What are you talking about? They ain't even 100 years old. They just put them there and they're causing problems. And their mission is to take over the whole Middle East, they said. And y'all playing blind. They're the ones that control the banks. They're everybody in Hollywood. They control that shit. They're the ones controlling the media of America. But the problem is today's time is too many of us as black people that know the truth and speak against it. So that's why they try to rush war and rush things real fast. So the blind of our people will make it like we crazy and, oh man, be quiet, man. And support some bull. That's why you have even their own people, not just white people, but I mean even their own Jewish people speaking against the Zionist, agendas. Wake up. The time is now. Get with your people. Speak on this. And make sure that we don't let our children go to no type of war. Especially for Israel. These were the same people who, if you know the Talmud and the stuff that they really, the underlying stuff that they got going on and how they really feel about everybody else, these same people that had their hands and got the documents of a slave trade, how they feel about black people, you want us to support that? Let's go to that. We have an open dialogue and discussion with these people publicly with our indigenous black leaders that can talk on the subject. You have it where you put your rabbis and your representative Netanyahu and all that in front of these people, and we have it nationwide broadcast recorded where everybody can see, and you see the subject open up. Reparations that needed we need reparations from them. It's a lot. But you want us to just jump blindly and support that? Never. Never. Give us the respect of putting these, two communities together to have the dialogue. Give us the respect. That's what the problem is. Everybody, oh, these people, like, we don't work. What other ethnicity, what the hell they do that we don't do? That's the problem. That's the problem. We got the hardest roofers. We got the hardest people that do the cement. We got the hardest work in every moving company. You put us in the same warehouse. Blacks gonna work hard as could be. Blacks always work. We just tired of getting work for them. If you understand how they take over countries, is they do the same thing everywhere. In your country, your dollar is this. This is your minimum wage, your cost of living, and then they're gonna bring in other people to come over here and work for less because the value of their dollar is less. And so it seems like, oh, this is way more money because in my country I can take this money back and it makes more. Are you seeing what I'm saying? So they control and they move more people into there. It makes you upset with the people, the immigrants that's coming in when it's really the government issue. It's, man, fix the money problem. Fix it where we own our land. Take away these bullshit taxes. Why are you extorting your own people? Talking about taxes. Make sure we have our land. It's the main thing. That's where that 40 acres in the mule, that come from Texas blacks. It was republic. How were we slaves here if we had millionaires and had all the land here? What plantation did our families come off from? You talking about we were slaves. You talking about? They had to come later on and announce the union. If you read what the Juneteenth real text talk about, it's talking about disarming us basically. Like we can't have the things that carry goddamn certain weapons. I got the documents. Look at it, what it really say. It was like we basically, it was to take us off the militia and become one people as a country. That's all this with Texas. The blacks of Texas did not want to join the union. They didn't want Spain here. They didn't want, so they y'all stop that over here. Y'all can make Mexico and all that. Y'all stop that Spanish stuff. Spain right here at this tip, and y'all stop over here. So it became its own goddamn country, the Republic of Texas. If Texas was anything, it could be the like number 19 biggest country in goddamn Africa, if it was a country over there in Africa. and it's just a state over here. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just making you understand there was a lot of territory in every zone, every region. Everybody got their own history. And it's never for us to let some other people tell our history.